Hey everybody, I'm Robby Besner, the co-founder and the device developer at Therasage. And I'm often asked when I'm in podcast webinars, even in public, how I got started and a little bit of my background. And so I want to dial it back at least 22 years, and that's when we started Therasage. But prior to that, my undergraduate work was in Boston University. I grew up in New York on Long Island. I live in South Florida right now, and I have a laboratory where I do most of my experiments and my development. And my background is in health sciences. I was a psychology and biology double major. I also studied business and engineering. Postgraduate work, I went to Case Western Reserve Medical School just for about a year and worked in conjunction with the Cleveland Clinic and did some pretty interesting discoveries on heart valve replacement. And we actually discovered what is now called fatty liver. That was kind of an interesting time in my life. And put my healthcare career on hold to pursue 4 or 5 different businesses, financial businesses. So I kind of reinvented myself a few different times in my life. And I have theories about that, if you're lucky in your life, you'll find your passion early. But if you're not as lucky as I was, where I needed to discover what my passion was, that you actually can reinvent yourself 4 or 5 times, maybe even 6 times before you really get there. So I'm not quite sure if I'm on my 6th or my 7th reinvention, but I will tell you that it's just been an amazing journey for me. I'm a very active listener. And when we discover things, it's not just important to make a discovery as we do in our work, but to put it out there with direct intentions, and then to be an active listener as to what people's impressions of that is. And I learn more from the people that we surround ourselves with than what I have actually in my own head. And so we got started here at Therasage with the company because my daughter, my oldest child, contracted Lyme disease when she was in her early teens. And we surrounded ourselves with great healthcare providers, some of the greatest Lyme literate doctors available at the time. But they were all remote. They weren't really in Florida. We had to take trips to go visit. Our trips were expensive. Her medications were expensive. I found myself spending most of my time, as probably all of you guys out there can understand, that most of the healthcare is done in the family. Most of the responsibility is between the family unit and dynamic and the individual that's got the challenge. And so it occurred to me when I was looking at my daughter and looking at our dynamic that we needed some home solutions. We needed something that we could create that everybody could use in their home to help them with their own health challenges. And so as I was diving into my daughter's challenges, I focused on toxicity. What are the best ways to detox? And then I discovered that there are frequencies, sun energy, that will actually mobilize all the toxins in your body. And that was major. But then, it's sort of like, as an inventor, I realized very early in that career was that when you open one door, you make one discovery, then you realize there's 5 other doors behind that door, and then there's 5 other doors behind that door. And so it's not by any means complacent. It's really just a poetry in motion. And so that's how I see myself. Really, right now, I'm positioned more as a vessel, flowing my information, my body of work through my creations to you, so that hopefully that you'll understand where we are, we'll understand the intent, and also that you'll get all the benefits that we want you to have so that you can live a fulfilled, life, follow your dreams, make contributions to your family, to your church, to your passion. And that was really one of the core principles and theories behind Therasage.
Thanks for listening to the Healthy Hotline today, hosted by Robby Besner. To learn more about Therasage, as well as get a discount on your next purchase for being a listener of the show, go to therasage.com and enter Healthy Hotline at checkout. That's one word, Healthy Hotline, to get a special discount on your next Therasage purchase. Subscribe to the Healthy Hotline on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts, and we'll see you in the next episode.